With all the talk of battleground polls and swing state voters, it seems few are actually paying attention to the fact that there is one city that could decide the outcome of the upcoming presidential election. Yes, a city with a population of less than 500,000 people could single-handedly determine the election. Omaha, Nebraska made news earlier this week after an effort narrowly failed from Donald Trump and many Republicans to change how that state allots its electoral college votes. Currently, Nebraska awards electoral college votes in part by congressional district rather than winner takes all, as the case in many states, most states actually. The effort to change the law, coming weeks before the election, effectively came down to a single Republican legislator said he didn't think it was fair to change the law in this way at this time. Okay. But the big picture story is the fact that there is a real shot that one electoral vote in Nebraska could determine the entire election. And it's up for grabs. There is one district around Omaha. It went for Trump in 2016. It went for Biden in 2020. Think about it. If Vice President Kamala Harris wins the swing states of Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan, all the polls show her slightly ahead there. And Trump wins the rest of the battlegrounds, the Sun Belt battlegrounds of Arizona, Georgia, North Carolina, where he's ahead as well as winning Nevada. The electoral vote count would stand at 269 to 268 for Harris. And it would all come down to that one electoral vote in Nebraska's 2nd district in Omaha. If it went for Trump, tally would be 269, 269. It would go to Congress, and if the GOP maintains the majority in the majority of states, which is likely, Trump would likely be declared the winner. But if Omaha went for Harris, as it did in 2020 for Biden, that would instead tip the electoral scale 270 to 268 for Harris. By the way, there are other scenarios in battleground states that could leave us in this situation as well. So it just can't be understated how pivotal this district is. But so far it appears Trump, who did go to Omaha in 2020, has yet to visit the city. His running mate, J.D. Vance, appeared at a private fundraiser last month. And vice presidential nominee Tim Walz held a campaign event there as well. Seems like the Harris campaign is working grassroots efforts but neither candidate on the ground in that city. Joining me now is Aaron Sanderford. He's an Omaha-based political reporter for the Nebraska Examiner. Aaron, thanks very much for joining us. Appreciate it. Is there a sense there that it could all potentially come down to Omaha?
There is, and I think among Republicans that was part of the urgency for them to try to figure out if there was a path to winner take all. They have been talking about switching the state away from its rather unique system of awarding electoral college votes for years. It's been part of the party platform. They've been trying to do it for a long time, but they've always been short of enough votes to get beyond a filibuster in our unique one-house legislature. You need 33 votes, and this is the first year that they've had 33 Republicans in a while. So they thought maybe there was a chance, but one of those Republicans was State Senator Mike McDonald, who, when he changed parties this spring, said at the time that he was not going to support winner take all. And so we ended up in a position where both campaigns leaned on him pretty hard, and both parties leaned on him pretty hard.
So it's not going to be winner take all now, and so Omaha is going to have its own electoral vote, and there is actually a poll, and I wanted to ask you, how reliable you think this is. Split Ticket Survey USA from August 23rd to 27th had Harris up by 5. The Decision Desk HQ and The Hill predicts that she has an 82% chance of winning it. What do you make of these results? Are they accurate?
From what we see on the ground, that sounds pretty accurate. I mean, she is in a district that went for Biden pretty strongly. It's a district that is at least a slight lean towards suburban and urban, although there is a new slice since redistricting that is more rural than it was before. The addition of Saunders County in replacing some suburban parts of Sarpy County in the Omaha area gives it a chance to be a little redder than some of the polls are going to catch. much because rural polling is just really difficult. So I think it's going to be close, but I think she has a slight edge. I think the key here is who has the better ground game, and it could well hinge on whether U.S. Rep. Don Bacon, the Republican candidate for the House here, the incumbent, whether he can drive turnout in that rural part of Saunders County, or whether the Democratic candidate, State Senator Tony Vargas, can drive East Omaha turnout in the parts of the city that he represents.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.